Ratnavel, sir.
Good morning, my dear friends and masters, and very good afternoon and good evening to the West. Welcome to the 24th day of the Infinity session. As every day passes through with our consistent practice, right, we strengthen our meditation. We learn new things. We correct ourselves. And today we are going to have the again wonderful meditation coupled with Chandrasa's wisdom and sharing as well. We learned a lot about mindfulness yesterday's session. How meditation increases our self-awareness, mindfulness in our day-to-day practice, right? Let's all prepare ourselves to listen to Chandrasa's wisdom now. Yes, Chandrasa.
Full of emotions. You have a classic example in Durvasa. He was full of emotions, but he was a great master. Emotions and wisdom are not antitheses of each other. They can coexist. Emotions and wisdom. This point is very important. Emotions are separate and wisdom is separate. You can have people with no wisdom, no emotions, stupid people. We can have people with wisdom and with no emotions. Or we can have people with a lot of emotions and no wisdom. But we can also have people with a lot of wisdom and a lot of emotions also. Like Durvasa Mahamuni. Everything is possible. All types of people are there. Emotions are not per se bad. Okay. Emotions are good. Emotions are very good from my point of view. And you must always express your emotions. If I find you are stupid, I say, hey, you are stupid. Okay, I express my emotions. Or if I find you very good, hey, you are very good, yaar. How good you are. So I express my emotions. One should be emotional and one should express emotions. And one should respect others' emotions. Respecting only your emotions and not respecting others' emotions is wrong. Emotions must be respected universally. You must express your own emotions. You must allow others to express their emotions. That is your wisdom. If you only express your emotions and not allow others to express, you are egoistic, not you are wise. You are not wise. When you allow others the same right that you give to yourself, you are wise. You are enlightened. You must become enlightened. When you consider others' needs and desires, you are enlightened. When you want to consider only your needs and your desires, you are selfish. You are not enlightened. When you take into consideration everybody else's needs and desires all the time, you are enlightened. Because an enlightened person takes care of everybody's needs and desires, they are welcome everywhere. Selfish people are not welcome anywhere. Enlightened people are welcome everywhere. Are you enlightened?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You have to become enlightened. And if you are here in this valley, you are sure to become enlightened in no time.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you are in a very perfect place of enlightenment.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon, evening. So much clarity comes every time I listen to Patriji. In the context of emotional intelligence, we understood earlier this week that anything we express is being recorded deeply. Concept of learning, doing, being, that wisdom note that we sent on Monday explains a bit of that. So first of all, we live true to our feelings, always. But we keep learning. When we keep learning, we have the opportunity to change. Initially, when we did not learn, today from that video, where we express, but we don't allow somebody else to express. Many times we hold back, we don't even express. Thinking that it's wrong, we hold back, cause of ill health. So the response, reaction to response, so we express, you do it a few times, then it becomes your newer response. So if we learn, then we have a new response. So we talked on Monday that when we learn, if we didn't allow somebody to express it, now we'll allow them to express it. You reacted strongly to somebody's anger before, being egoistic, now we allow them to express it differently because we just learned a point that if we're enlightened, we allow others also to express. We express what we are, but we constantly learn to change our expression. And we know from an anger response can be changed to a staying calm response. Then meditation is helping our conscious brain to pick up that response and in a given situation next time to stay calm as opposed to expressing anger. If we choose wisely that this has got a better energy, that it dissolves the conflict. Lack of awareness is the reason we do it. Lack of knowledge and lack of awareness. First of all, we need to have knowledge. Second, we need to have awareness to apply the knowledge. Lack of knowledge means limiting ourselves with an older set of beliefs. Lack of knowledge means that we all have now some knowledge of our relationships. We all have some knowledge of relationships, and so then we work within that model. When we say lack of knowledge, somebody is ignorant and that's why behaving, that means they have a different way of handling situations, which become their truth, and we call it limiting beliefs in the spiritual science parlance. How do I respond? What is the right way? is governed by my limiting belief of how to handle relationships. And I thought, there's some of the limiting beliefs about relationships. You see, the way we respond, the way we speak, everything is coming through these limiting beliefs. 90% of our life is operated through subconscious programs. And the way what we recorded for handling relationships is, again, our model of belief about relationships. So that's what is driving that's what governs the way we respond to situations. Either we're able to freely express, or we are burning inside because you can't express based on the model. So what are some common limiting beliefs about relationships? One, fundamentally, we feel I'm different, you're different, separate from each other. That's a more core fundamental. The source of any conflict is that you are separate, I'm separate. Most deepest level, we just feel we're all separate from each other. So we allow conflict to happen. It's not possible if we feel that we're all one. Then you don't allow conflict to happen. You know exactly what Patriji said. Respect somebody else. I'm okay, I'm allowed to happen, they're also allowed to be there. I have a choice to continue or not continue. But the conflict won't be there. I have a choice to continue to engage or not engage. Allow them to be what they want to be, separate from each other. When we have this fundamental, then we have conflicts. A limiting belief that we have, we need somebody in our life to be happy. We have to have somebody in life to be happy. If I don't have somebody, at some point of my age or somewhere, something, I cannot be happy. Or by default, if I don't have somebody, then happiness is tied to having somebody with us. And so when we have these limiting beliefs, so these are real core limiting beliefs. If we are the whole, if we are the consciousness, where do you start from? We know that we can multiply experiences by being with people, places, things, but we can be happy by ourselves because we are the whole. We are that consciousness. It comes from here. By now, people have been saying, I'm happy for no reason. People come and cooperate with me, fine. They don't cooperate with me, fine. I wake up. If I have somebody, fine, not there, I can still be there, sitting in a park, in an ashram somewhere, and be very, very happy and centered to myself. And you have this belief, I have to have somebody to be happy, then we hold on to relationships. However good or not good, however that you're enjoying that or not enjoying. Because you're tied to that. That belief that it must be there. Either due to safety reasons, security reasons, survival reasons. You're not centered fully from inside that I am taken care, I am the whole. I've got my internal happiness. I love myself, that I moving away from loneliness to aloneness. We feel lonely before. With meditation, we enjoy our aloneness. We enjoy it. We want that time for ourselves. We want that space for ourselves. We gain that inner strength. So needing somebody to be happy is another limiting belief. Then needing to bind people in relationships. We want to bind people. No. It is important for you. You must come and then spend the time. Keep binding, pushing them to be there in it. You will not know properly, you don't get right advice. So maintain it. Maintain, the word is called, you got to maintain relationships, man. Come and then do it. Constantly we are binding comes because we feel worried that whatever is happening to us today, we don't believe in what's happening to us is the best for us. Whatever happens to somebody is, if we accept that as the best that is happening to everybody in given situation, that we are taken care, then we don't have to force someone to be bound to relationship. Force someone to say, go meet. No, they'll come. So you got to go and meet, say hi to them, sit down, spend half an hour, 1 hour with them. Force. Limiting belief that we have to see that people are bound to each other because that's the way. The root cause for this is that we do not believe that everybody, whatever they're experiencing, is to their best. And so we feel somewhere, 5 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later, next year, they need some help every now and then. And because what's happening is not necessarily the best for them. The core of it, we're talking about limiting beliefs, which we force upon ourselves. Even though in a relationship, things are not necessarily that great. We need to approach it differently. Always, a relationship is there to multiply my experience, but I'm complete by myself. We got to just have that core understanding. When we have the core understanding, complete by myself, when we have the core understanding that I gain happiness by helping others, allowing others to be what they are, 4 things. Allowing others to be what they are, as opposed to forcing them to be something. Needing to hide secrets, this is about acceptance. If I have to hold secrets. That's another limiting belief. Otherwise, they won't accept me. Give and take a must. A relationship means there's got to be give and take. By default, a limiting belief. Which means not unconditional at all. Conditional. Hey, I expect you to do this because I'm doing this to you. It's always there, give and take. Must. In a friendship, give is there, allowing is there. In a true friendship, if I don't get anything, I'm okay. I'm doing what I'm doing because I love what I do, not because I expect something from anybody. In a relationship, when we are evolving to, give and take is a must, is an old concept. You give, and then automatically what give comes back multiplied somewhere. It's got to come back. If you give money, it's going to come back. If you give love, it's going to come back. If you give knowledge, you're going to come back with more knowledge to yourself. That's a nature principle. What's given comes back around. But whole starting a relationship saying give and take is a must in a relationship. So how can you not do it? Why are you not doing it? And then having that feeling for ourselves that I must give because I got. We don't do anything. We do it out of interest, not by carrying guilt, or not by forcing guilt on somebody else. All of these limiting beliefs do not let us to experience ourselves or allow others to experience themselves as they are. We expect with the relationship by authority, sometimes we have authority. I expect you to do this to me. Come on. Relationships are more important than self-growth. When it comes to your soul evolution, see, we are all part of this whole. We are deeply connected to our larger self. Our intelligence, which is our awareness, which is driving us, powering us. When the calling comes where we want to know more about ourselves, which means you got to give time for yourself. There is a conflict again. My relationship is more important than that. So we have the priority strong. If you're not happy internally, then how can you be happy with anybody else? It's not possible. So there's continues to be a conflict internally. You feel like reading, you feel like meditating, you feel like going to that thing to meet people, you know that it's going to help you to evolve. Somewhere something is empty, you're not satisfied with the current life. That's the time you want to go and then do this, practice to evolve. But then because of this limiting belief that no matter what, this is it. I'm into this relationship, this is it. I got to do right now, but burn inside because we're still not satisfied with whatever the circumstances are. You know that somebody who understands themselves more can give more to others around, not otherwise. They force more. They force themselves more. If they're not happy inside, we're forcing ourselves to give more. It's not going to be possible. Ultimately, when there's a challenge in a relationship, we are tied to it and say, this cannot ever be done. It's going to lead to unhappiness on either side. We are not getting along well right now, but then we've got good memories from the past, but somewhere this will lead to a lot more unhappiness for me. So we hold on to the relationship without ever thinking of no problem. No problem, let it happen, let it continue. They would like to experience in some way, I would like to experience another way. We stop our expression. We use wrong expression when we carry ourselves with these beliefs. That means our understanding, a limited understanding to more evolutionary understanding, we move towards. It is okay. Everybody is free to be what they want to be. It doesn't have to be my way. It doesn't have to be the way that we've learned. If you're centered with yourself, why would an unhealthy relationship is just not? Because people have different, completely understanding, different interests. Now, one can still be friends. Meditation will enhance relationships by turning everything to be a friendship. That's the key. Turning everything to be friendship. These limiting beliefs must be understood very well. What do I carry in a relationship? Do I feel the need to have somebody must? Am I binding, forcing people to be in relationships? What right to have to force somebody? Am I carrying the thing that give and take? It's got to be there anyway. Only with my friends, we say, okay, no problem. But others, am I forced? Always expect that they must do something for me? Am I suppressing my desire to know more about myself to evolve to the next level? Our knowledge, when it's enhanced, meditation creates self-awareness, self-expression. These two things are key. Now, we're going to understand this today in emotional intelligence. Self-awareness about our emotion. We're trying to do something to somebody. We're trying to express. Self-awareness is there. to first recognize and say, hey, what am I doing here? Why am I feeling a little threatened or worried about my child's future, forcing him or her to always ensure that they are there in talks with somebody? Force the word. Inspire them to interact, not force them to interact. Awareness is required first to know how am I behaving. The knowledge is required so that we change. Strength is required. For self-expression is to have the strength to express what you feel. But how you express depends on what you know. It could be around the old principles like this, or it could be a new set of principles where I'm complete by myself. I know I must give freedom to the person. I must allow them to express what they have, their opinions. And so then it changes, our response changes. So we'll learn about emotional intelligence today. What does it mean? How meditation is helping. For some meditation. Let's go into meditation, dear friends. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to observe our breath, to empty the mind, to rest the mind. Goal is to rest the mind for some time. Mind has got thousands of thoughts. And so by resting the mind, we slowly disengage from all the negative, unwanted thought. And we also, by resting the mind, we're going into this, connect with this total emptiness, this quantum field of energy, field of unlimited possibilities, where every event, everything that we have experienced exists. And so we keep tuning into it by connecting to this field. So how do we do this? We sit down as you see in the picture, with our eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, and then if you're wearing spectacles, remove them and observe the natural breath. And slowly mind becomes empty. You may experience some kind of sensation. Be a witness to it. Be a witness to it. In case there is any thought, attend to your breath again. And then again do the same, repeat it. We slowly, over a period of time, we get control of this process. We master this process. So it's called breath mindfulness meditation. Before we do that, we are practicing something called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance, dear friends, which will move us into deeper states of meditation conducive for breath mindfulness meditation. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, so specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area. As your attention on your sacred heart. And feel a beautiful heart. Connect with your heart center with a slow, long, relaxing breath. This center that is helping nurture all life with its emotions of gratitude, compassion, kindness, care. Connect with it. Feel it. Recollect an experience from your past, from your present, where you have enormous love, gratitude, compassion. Relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive the moments. And feel that energy. And can you intend to radiate that energy onto all things and everybody to heal, to help them elevate to their best. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. Love, gratitude, compassion are all the ways to experience that connection, to become coherent. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. your fingers into finger, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your natural, normal in-breath and the out-breath.
We are all gods. Let us be with our breath. The breath is our own doorway into our own greatness. Unless we go through the breath, we cannot access our own greatness.
It is natural to have thought. When you recognize your thinking, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of the emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you merge into your breath. become aware of that emptiness, that blackness, spreading far and wide. All emptiness is energy. As you observe the breath, the mind becomes empty. We experience that greater emptiness, that quantum field of energy. The field of unlimited possibility. Allow yourself to stay present with this emptiness, that void. That field of light. The longer you stay aware of it, the more connected you become, the more whole you become. yourself. To stay connected to this emptiness, this void. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. into the emptiness of yourself. That greater intelligence, your awareness,
let go of my past and celebrate who I've become. I am beautiful, I am powerful, and I celebrate who I am.
recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Mayona Niyaji, madam. Raise your hand, you have a question.
I'm sorry, Assalamu alaikum. I raised my hand because it just showed the thing to raise the hand. And I wanted to ask the question, but I didn't want to interrupt. I can ask it later. Please continue with your class.
All right. I wanted to talk about emotional intelligence, one of the most important aspect that meditation is developing in each of us. Let me explain this. This is, in psychology terms, emotional intelligence means few things, and then we look at how meditation is helping us to develop in all these areas. Have good emotional intelligence, then we are good with relationships, we are good with develop great friendships, core friendships with self, with others, with animals, and with the nature around planet. Emotional intelligence can be classified into 5 areas. How aware you are about yourself, self-awareness. How much strength you have, and then how well you express. Strength to express and how well you express. Self-expression. Inspiration. That are you inspired? Are you inspiring others? This is fundamentally how we form relationships. First two, we don't break relationships. Here onwards, we form relationships greatly. Inspiration. Empathy, how understanding you are to others. Engaging, what are you doing with all the relationships that you got to multiply? How are you multiplying your experiences by engaging actively with God relationships? And a highly emotionally intelligent person is developed all these capabilities in all these areas. So which means if the relationships are about, if it's all about experiencing more, living a life more beautifully, so then we develop ourselves in these, and the meditation seems to help in all of these areas. Self-awareness is about knowing ourselves. This is where everything starts. That's why we say in our definition also, what is meditation? Meditation is to know yourself. Know yourself in the context of emotional intelligence or emotional quotient is to know moment to moment, to recognize or to become aware of your thoughts, feelings, reactions. When you are approaching somebody at workplace, at home, a tough colleague is coming, what's happening to you? If you know what's happening, then you have an opportunity. So we've talked about this. When you are aware of yourself, many have expressed, I don't react anymore, I respond now. You respond with something, and what you respond is based on what you know of. If you're limited with the beliefs that I talked about before, then you have some level of response. If not, okay, another level of response. But at least you're thinking about something before you just blindly responding, reacting. You think that moment is sufficient. Hey, why am I getting anger for no reason? Wait a minute. Why is anger required here? Why am I fearful of this situation here? Why am I fearful of this person? Most common, because we carry judgments about people, our reactions are carried through based on our judgments. I have a judgment about my in-law, I have a judgment about my boss. So morning we wake up, the moment they're coming in, if you go to the office, the moment they're coming there, because you have a judgment about who they are, that you think they are, they're tougher, they're mean, they're nasty, they are friendly. Our response is, our reaction is different. We always continue to operate from the old self. But now, with meditation, because our awareness is there, we start questioning, is it necessary? We've understood that people can change. We have understood that people have problems, like we have problems. Everybody has challenges. Nobody is higher, lower. Everybody has a personality based on where they're in the evolution cycle. And so, rather than going back and then try to play a position, defend ourselves, or becoming offensive in situations, we first are aware that I'm becoming offensive, or I'm trying to defend myself, going on my back foot in this situation by default. If a senior colleague is always trying to put you down, then you are already ready with answers, being your mind is full of things that what you want to say. Then to be open to see if there is something else is coming from them. So when we and particularly about anger. When we are aware of ourselves, our anger emotion particularly is because that seems to be what mostly breaking, in most cases, a break relationships. Of course, there are many other emotions are there. Feeling fearful of future translates to survival, translates to, at some level, greed to grab things, want to be one up, want to be ahead. And so we respond differently. So they're all there. But anger seems to be one of the most important ones. So when we are aware, friends, then automatically we are choosing a different response. So we start becoming very confident. Once we are aware about ourselves, we start looking into ourselves, we're becoming confident because we're no longer reacting the way we used to react before. People notice it. Many people who have anger challenges generally withdraw. They don't participate in conversation. They avoid meetings, large discussions. Because you feel insecure. If you go there and then somewhere somebody triggers something, so I just express strongly and then I'm further losing out in situations. So might as well be away from the discussion. If you're not, then your friend is advising, hey, you know what, it's better you not be there. Those children are advising you better not be there unless you go into arguments. Like you don't come with me to this place because you're getting into arguments. So either you keep yourselves away or people are keeping you away. And so then we lose confidence, but with awareness, we gain all that confidence back about ourselves. That is the beginning of participation. That is the beginning of gaining strength to express ourselves. Because when you participate, you're ready to express. That's the beginning. Earlier, low confidence, you're not there, you're going away. But now we come back into the action. Awareness is bringing us back into. So that leads us to the next thing, expression. Meditation develops that completeness to ourselves. So it slowly drops the fears. Because when you are dropping the thought and then you're becoming one with this whole field, because your thoughts create reality, and then every time you think of something, things are changing, situations are changing, you start developing more and more understanding that is all within you. A lot of times we didn't have self-expression to express ourselves because we're always fearful. We have a lot of wrong notions going. Our understanding was not right. We're always fearful. If I say something, they may do something else. This relationship will turn sour. So let me just hold back. Self-expression, and so we hold back. We find challenges in somebody's work. If I go and then talk about it, it's difficult to handle them, we stay back. If I go and talk about it to them, it's difficult to handle. If I go and talk about that to my manager, and it's going to get messy because somewhere it gets spoken and the guy, whoever that is, will become even more hostile to me. So we hold back. We don't, for various limitations about relationships, then we hold back. We don't speak the truth. We can't express what we feel. But meditation develops that inner strength that you are okay, you will be taken care. It's about living true to your feeling. We've got to express it. If I don't like somebody trying to always hide things, and then if I don't like somebody's work, because that impacts not only them, but impacts everybody in the company and organization, then I must speak up. And then I don't have the courage, or as meditation become more truthful. A self-expression is not about trying to exploit people, not about trying to make yourself more superior. It's never not about that. Self-expression is about trying to help others. We get in a situation. We truly want to improve things, we truly want to help others. Because we recognize that it is not right for where I am, because you're always looking at growth. And so it's not right, and so then you're courageous. That courage has to be there. When you feel complete with yourself, then you have courage, then start expressing. In a male-dominant society, a male-dominant families, it's difficult to express, but then meditation gives you that strength. What's going to happen? Worst case. What's going to happen? If you are complete in yourself, what's going to happen? That relationship, if it is in a job relationship, it probably gets ended. We get another one. Simple. It's not that difficult. We keep projecting that many worse things will happen. They won't happen that quickly. Things don't change that quickly unless we want to decide to go away from a given place. Unless we constantly think that, oh, it's going to break, it's going to be worst for me, they're going to do something to me. And so it's a constant inner talk is what creates. But if we are really stay centered to ourselves, and if you write to a conscience in about what we are doing, our contribution in any given situation, if you're feeling right to ourselves, then you'll be there. No change to your environment, no change to yourself. The strength has to come because it comes from inside that we are whole. And so then, dear friends, we become very truthful. We are expressing, but we're not arguing. We don't have to prove points. When you express, means you're not proving, you're not just arguing about things. You go ahead and tell, inform in a courteous way, in a way that your intention is right. We talked about this power of speech. What is the intention before you express something? Intention is not to put somebody down. Intention is to help, genuinely help somebody. Help the company, help the project, help yourself, help the people there. And so you are expressing. If you're giving feedback, that's the reason. Truthful, you no longer hide things behind the car, below the carpets. You're not sweeping things in the carpet. You're truthful because you're living to your feelings. Your feelings are telling you this is not right. Don't hold back. And the strength has to come. Meditation builds that enough strength, the courage to ourselves, because it keeps going us back and saying, we are much more than you, what you think you are. So we're not arguing, we're not over, because we have this awareness, so we're not losing our temper in speaking to people, expressing it. We change our tone, voice. We got the courage to go up to the people. We start expressing where is necessary. We don't express everywhere. For example, most of the time, I have a problem at workplace. Who do I need to tell? I have a problem with, let's say, with my children. Who do I need to tell? I must sit down with them and find ways to talk to them and understand. So if you have a problem, then sit down with somebody, colleague. When you don't have the strength, if it's not there, then sit down with someone who can rightfully resolve it, who would be your manager. Then rather than, if you have a problem with the manager, having the conversation with them is better, a manager, than to talk about it to everybody else other than them. We talk about it to everybody else other than them. We don't get a solution. We only are fueling with our state of being perpetuates that more and more. So every time we share that thing to somebody else, where there's no solution, then we keep increasing the chance of it occurring more. So we recognize the impeccability of words, and we recognize that, okay, if I have a challenge, the self-expression, well, ultimately it's about not liking what's happening to us. And so being able to live true to the feelings we gain the strength to go and speak to the people where it's necessary. Otherwise, it considers gossip. We gossip. It's considered gossip. Talking about a third person when the person is not there to somebody else is gossip. You're taking somebody's work as inspiration, great. But otherwise, just commenting, judging, saying things that you are going through with somebody else when they're not there is gossip. Where, of course, where in the system you have who can solve the challenge, who can solve the problem would be the person who is responsible for both of you. And then you go there, you get a solution, potential of a solution, not otherwise. Going on ruminating, that's not self-expression. Self-expression is being truthful, being balanced in the way you want to, but express your feelings. Go and ask. You don't like the work, you go and ask. Earlier we were worried. Will I get a job? Will they take something? Oh, I've been in this project. The manager will say, this is important, you got to do it. And I just keep quiet. Thinking that if I ask once again, they may now write poorly about me, saying that, oh, he's not considerate, he always is selfish, he always wants to ask for himself or herself. And then we stop asking because somewhere we are worried about potentially impacting performance or a job loss or something. So we don't express it. We are too bound to the relationship. We are fearful of it. What if our thoughts create reality? Can we dream about that manifestation? Can we go and then create another job for us? If our thoughts create reality, can I think very positively about the person to think not negative about me? Like in that video experience, Kavya, if I am dreaming about, and first of all, I do my work right, and then I dream about others recognizing it, so others recognize it. So where is the question of somebody taking drastic actions against you by expressing? But we must express because we know that we'll be happy when we express what we innately desire, what we feel. You don't like the work, going up. But talking in the right tone, expressing it once, twice, thrice. If we ask, it shall be given, law of attraction. If we ask, it shall be given. So rather than managing people, managing situations, we become truthful to express it rightly. We put positive pressure in the system. We sit down with the children, vice versa, sit down with the parents and say, tell you what, you've been pushing me to do this, but I don't like it. They express it. A lot of times the pressure is there. Hey, you settle down. Oh, you get married. You do this. You do that. Constant push is there from parents. Get married, one big problem for so many youngsters. They don't want, they're not ready. But then you say it's 24, it's 25, you must get married. There are still people getting married at 30, 35, 40. They're still getting married. If they don't get married because they have this belief that, oh, my age is I'm getting old, so I won't find anybody. That belief, what you think is what you perpetuate. It's reverse that. You will attract a beautiful partner. And so if you have that strength, then you sit down and express it. Express to your parents, sit down, look, I'm happy the way I am. I've got a few things to do. Let me just feel it before I even get into a relationship. There are tons of things that we can learn about before we get into a marriage. A great way of doing it. I didn't have that option, but then I'm happy. Luckily, I'm able to develop enough understanding with Vani and myself as we came into the path to just allow each other. That space. Ultimately, it's about that friendship. If we develop friendship, then things happen beautifully. So expression is essential, dear friends, to whatever we feel we must express. Meditation is absolutely helping us to first aware of ourselves so that we start changing our responses. We're becoming better person. If we are that anger, that greed is showing up by default, that survival fears are showing up by default, all of that look and say, where is it coming from? We start understanding ourselves more. When we read those books, it'll give us better perspective. Respond differently. Give and take is a must, is a belief. A belief that limits our experience. For example, what do we do? Oh, I've done this, so I'm sure they're going to take care of me. And when they don't do that, and then you go into a confrontation mode. The relationship breaks. But why do we need something? I mean, when we have everything that we can create through our thoughts, we also recognize that if something is not coming to me, it's because somewhere I am thinking that way. Oh, this person does not understand me. And so you will forget this time also. They'll not do it this time also. Belief. And so then we create the exact situation. But instead we have this governing belief that give and take. I'm giving, you're not doing anything to me. I'm giving, you're not giving anything to me. If people are not giving anything to you, they don't bother about it. And if you feel genuinely true that you are there, but then the environment is not good enough for you, change it. Just become right with your thought. What you want from others, you can, of course, visualize and dream about it, comes back. It will come. That's about your hike, that's about your job, that's about a compliment, that's about your spouse doing something for you, whatever that is. So, dear friends, when we express, we start getting things that we want. I am at home and then I love music, but then I've been constantly been back to back, always taking care of the family. I don't take care of a small moment of time for myself. Expectation from in-laws, expectation everywhere. And I also have found my own beliefs that I got to take care of, my life is for my children, so I got to just take care of them. Even though I have a feeling to learn my music, which I know gives me deep happiness, but then I don't take care of that time for myself. We got to become true to ourselves first, to honest to ourselves. And so as a result, when we start expressing that thing, if it's not being given to us at work or family, we express, and then we claim that. When you start expressing, we start gaining what we're looking for. And then when we start gaining what we're looking for, we start becoming happy. Beginning of the change. When we live true to the feelings, the strength has to be there, courage has to be there. Meditation gives you the courage because you're already aware of yourself. So you already change yourself in a better way of dealing with people and situations. And so then you start expressing positively. And so then you start gaining that. When you express, say, I would like to change my job. I'll be happy if I have this. Because genuinely I have this situation. You change, you become more truthful. You don't become vulnerable if you have a personal challenge in a financial situation. Before we feel I'm vulnerable by talking about the financial situation. But here you sit down with your man and say, genuinely, I have a need. I need this 10%. Can you take care of it? You have the strength. You don't carry the inside dialogue, oh, this company, how much I do, they're not going to do it. My boss is not going to do it. If you go with the dialogue, then you're not going to get it anyway, you ask him. But that's what called self-awareness, awareness of what thought you carry, become positive. You sit down, you're genuine, you're truthful about your need, and then you ask, that emotion you carry is much better. And so it's got to influence the other person, and then come back and say something to their best. So this is how we start gaining things that we really like in our life, dear friends. And it applies to every situation, every relationship. Expressing properly is so important. We will understand the remaining three things: that self-awareness, self-expression, then inspiration, and empathy and engagement, 5 areas. When we get these two, awareness and then expression, then we are, without suppressing our emotions, our interests, we're able to have the relationship, beautiful relationship. Then we're going to understand the remaining of how we actually inspire others to want to have a relationship with us through the other 3 areas. How we inspire others, so people want to be with you. If you are truthful, already people around you notice. If you are truthful, they notice it, so they already are there with you. Thank you very much. Pratham, any announcements?
Yes, sir. We have 2 announcements today. One is we have a book club on Living with Himalayan Masters by Swami Rama on Wednesdays. And the book club starts at 8:15 AM IST, morning batch and evening batch. And the evening batch we have the book club starts at 8 PM IST. Please do join the book club. As Chandrasan mentioned that, so increase the knowledge through the book clubs, right? So how we can increase the knowledge? By reading the book and by participating in the book clubs. And another announcement is, for those who have opted the certification program, the quiz 3 has been shared in your email. Please do attempt the quiz within next 2 days to complete it. Yes, that's it on the announcements.
Thank you, friends. So we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow, Dr. Newton Kondaviti is joining us at 6 o'clock to hold a meditation and then to carry us through some topics, whatever that you wish to give a great wisdom from I have great respect for Dr. Newton because I will do his programs, bundle of wisdom. Dedicated his entire life ever since he graduated from a medical college, rather than practicing conventional medicine. He is spiritual scientist. He went into this path, and so he'll be there to have his wisdom. Quantum Life University founder. I'm excited, looking forward to his presence in our sessions tomorrow. So thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll share in about 20 seconds.
It's the way you smile at me. It's the way you make me laugh. It's the way you always find the words to say. Everything that you give, everything that you take, it's the way you choose to meet me halfway. I'm so glad we share this world. Your love's a gift.
Dear friends and masters, anyone would like to share your experience? How was the session today? Or any questions? Feel free to raise your hand. Yes, Moyania Niasi, ma'am. Please unmute yourself, Moyani Niasi, ma'am.
Good morning from Karachi. Thank you very much. The music was beautiful, and I think every session is so beautiful. This one was, I think, more beautiful than all the others. Every time I feel like that. So thank you so much. I have a question. I wanted to ask the question yesterday also. I'm a little bit confused about the consciousness aspect. So sometimes when I go into meditation, and it has happened, I would say, a lot of times. So I mostly observe what are the sensations and the different things that are happening, and I submit to what is happening, and I just observe and go into the meditation. So one of the things I have observed, which I thought nobody has mentioned, so I thought maybe I might be doing something, is that sometimes I lose consciousness, and I don't think it's a deliberate act or saying I'm going to sleep now. I don't know how, and it's not like sleep also. When I go into meditation, I'm completely aware of the meditation. I offer my gratitude, and I'm listening, and I'm focused on listening to the talk after. But somehow there's a moment I don't know where I am, and then at some point I come back, and either and I'm like, where was I during that time? So is that the unconsciousness taking over, or is that sleep? Because it does not feel like sleep.
Yes. So it's not sleep. It's a trance state where you're not conscious, aware of what's happening to you. As thoughts are going down, so you're becoming empty, and so then you are just not aware, like in sleep. Like in sleep, you're not aware in that state, in that moment. You know it is not sleep, because sleep means it's got, biologically, how your throat feels and all that. So it's not sleep. And we do go into those states called trance states, where we lose ourselves into this emptiness. And we are there somewhere plugged into the field in that moment. Okay. We're connected to the field.
So why can't we recall what happens? And like I just know that there was a time I do not recall. In each session, sometimes there are times which I don't recall what happened. So when I'm trying to recall what happened today in meditation, or it happens after meditation also at times, when you are like speaking and I'm trying to absorb and listening to your talk or the other talks that follow, then I'm talking because I don't even know what time I left and what time I came back. So how can it happen without me? So it can happen without me. When we say, okay, we've opened our eyes and we have come back, then how can we go back into that state without building it up?
Why can't? So for every why can't, why not? You ask yourself. It's an infinite possibility field.
Okay.
We are used to wanting to have control of every moment by where we want to be there. That's really what we're trying to say. No, why not? The idea is to let go of all your thoughts and lose yourself. When you lose yourself, then what can happen? Many things can happen. That's what we always said, the infinite possibilities.
Okay.
Right? You're aware of it, you're not aware of it. That's also a possibility. So why not is the question to ask.
Thank you.
That's the way daytime, we're not aware of every moment. We're lost somewhere. Sometimes when an hour goes by, we don't even know what happened in that hour. And we are deeply engrossed when you're in a flow state. In a flow state where you're working on something, you're not even aware how that hour went by. A musician says, really? I sang so like that? I'm not even aware what was happening to me. But something beautiful came out then. Right? And many times when you're not aware of ourselves, something beautiful is happening. That piece of work you're doing is absolutely getting done. Right? The drawing and whatever that is, your cooking happens, something beautiful comes out when you're not aware. But you know that you really experienced it, enjoyed that flow state. So that is typically happening here, and then must be happening for us when we are lost into the space and not aware of ourselves. So something that we are doing there beautifully, a beautiful creation is happening. Take it that way, madam.
And sir, about mindfulness, because this is also not only about control, it's about like sort of losing mindfulness in that trance, because that is what I felt like. Why wasn't I mindful of where I was, and how could I? But you're right. Let's not question things and let's observe.
No, not question. I'm not saying that you question, but we make sure to have the answer that when you are into the field is unpredictable, unlimited possibility. The point I'm trying to say is, do you know when you empty yourself, when you're in the field, what it is going to be like? Can you tell what it's going to be like? When we don't know about itself, then how can you tell what's going to be like? You're expecting based on what you've been so far talked about that, okay, mind, so should be aware of everything. But we don't even know when you'll drop that conscious mind activity, what is going to be like. It's an infinite possibility field. One state is that you're not aware of yourself. Why not? Can it not be a possibility? It's not.
It is. I've experienced it.
Right. So
it is possible.
Yes. So that's why so I want you to be convinced of this as opposed to force it on you, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Right.
Okay. And thank you, sir. In many ways, I've had thought of manifesting abundance, and it came from places I didn't think the things were there. So thank you so much. I have really had many positive experiences in this past 1 or 2 weeks. And so I'm very grateful to the universe and for the universe to connecting us and all the technology that brings us together. And I think in countries that we can't even meet each other, I'm from Pakistan, for us to be connected like this and for me to get this amazing knowledge from a country where there's so much knowledge and the boundaries are, this is a boundary which we could break. There's the abundance can carry over without a visa. And it's a lovely, lovely thing.
Yes, we all have to become one country.
Yes.
It's got to happen where it will be a lot more freely exchangeable, but it's great. Anyway,
Thank you, sir.
Physical boundaries won't stop us. A little bit more about your meditation journey, madam.
Sir, this is my first time. And yes, and I had spoken one day, but I think you weren't there. On the 5th day of meditation, my father died. And I had joined meditation because I was healing from a divorce very recently. And today's session was so important for me about relationships, because I kept thinking, why am I losing the relationships that I have cherished? What is it? But I think I had to break free from my marriage to be prepared to lose my father. I think I had to remember that it is about my journey. It is not about keeping a relationship. If it has to go, it has to go. So I think it has been very helpful. And I have found so many things in I don't know where, maybe what I'm feeling in abundance right now is I needed that space. I really like the example of the cup being full, and it had maybe come to that point for me also. Thank you so much. This has been very, very helpful for me.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, madam. How do we pronounce it so that we pronounce you very correctly?
It's called Moina. So Moina in Arabic means a medium. So Moina is a coordinator or a medium or a helper or a facilitator. So it's like, I think my name also helps me to make friendships and to connect people with each other. And I hope that I can also teach meditation someday. It's a beautiful thing. And thank you so much for this experience.
Please do, madam. All the recordings are there. The literature is available. We don't have any copyrights. Take it and then utilize it any way. We all can teach. Because Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, breath mindfulness is so simple. Breath mindfulness is so simple. There are so many people don't know that just by observing the breath, their life can change. Nothing more is required. Some very, very rational-minded may not listen. It's okay. But our job is to tell them, hey, sit down, I'm going to teach. Because we already are experts. Each and every one of us here are experts in, if we've gone through so many days of session, that means we already know so much stuff that many people don't know that. And our job is just to give that information. And then make them sit down, play some music, and then you do your session. I've started like that. We don't wait to learn XYZ to teach ABC. That's what Patriji said all the time. You learn ABC,
Wow.
you learn ABC, you go to DEF, teach ABC. Good enough. Because this meditation path is helping us evolve. You know, the teaching also helps us to be curious to learn a lot more anyway. Most importantly, a lot of times we are worried and want to be an expert and think that, okay, I don't know, so how will I handle it? So many types of questions are coming, so let me just learn more. But the beauty of meditation, because see, we are dealing with intelligence. The intelligence also knows it's not going to put you in a difficult situation. It knows that, okay, life attracts like, so it knows that, okay, so Mohinaji knows so much, so it's only going to put you people who are no lesser than that, so then they'll take it from you. That's really how it works. Beautifully, it works all the time. Only if we worry, oh, somebody's going to give me a hard question, tough time, then we're going to attract that. Only if we worry. But if you go
I
in,
also liked yesterday, you asked us to share. So what I did was that today, when I was starting the session on Facebook, I shared that, take a plunge, try this. It has helped me. So I just shared the class note from today on wisdom. And I think it's somewhere, like you said, somebody else might need to meditate. So maybe my role right now is to share that I'm taking this journey. It's helping me. And then if someone finds the help, I can just connect you with them. Maybe that is my role right now, to connect more people.
yes, thank you. I'm sure we gain more and more clarity, but that will become a single purpose for everybody.
Inshallah.
To give what we are, our purpose is always to give what we experience the most, the best way, what we experience most as the best thing for us.
Yes.
I've gone to one restaurant A and it was good. I talk about it. Then after 2 months, I found another one. It really made me, the dishes are so good, so tasty. Then what happens when we start sharing? We start sharing about the new one. The old one goes down slowly in importance of priority to bring it up. But by default, we share about the new one, because whatever we experience to the best is what we share. Just like that. And so if we feel meditation is empowering us and liberating us freely in many, many ways, and so it becomes naturally the best in the experience since we talk about it actively. We don't keep to ourselves and still continue to talk about our yoga, our jogging and exercise as the best things. That is about managing people or some way worried about it. We talk about it. Corporates, I know so many people don't talk about meditation. They do it, but they don't talk about it because they feel that it is a taboo. It's not a taboo anymore. Yes, for the next one.
Yes. Thank you, Moina ma'am. Harvandan ma'am, could you unmute yourself and yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. Why should it be a taboo?
Yes, it's lovely. That's great. Becomes easy to know.
Okay. Harvandan ma'am, do you there? Okay. Aditi ma'am, Aditi, can you unmute yourself? And yeah, yes.
Hi, good morning. Chandra sir, I had a question regarding meditation for kids. So like day before yesterday, I played Ana-Pana meditation for my son. He's 6 years old and he really loved it. But yesterday when I was playing it for him, he was asking me that every day do I have to listen to the same person again, or do we have something else that I can listen to? And he really liked it. So can you just advise on how can we introduce this beautiful thing to our children?
The question about how to introduce, or is the question about his question? Already introduced it.
Yeah, I mean, he is doing it, but like on daily basis, what do we play for them? Like what meditation can they do at this age?
Oh, the meditation is one, which is observing the breath. He wants different musics, give different musics. Right? Meditation is observing the breath. Different musics are there, any instrumental is fine. And whatever they like, whatever they connect with. Now, if they want guidance, so we have still a little bit of guidance in our programs, right? In our meditations, there is some little bit of guidance is there. So you are doing it. I mean, so they play any music if that's the thing, but the meditation is only one. Observe the breath.
So anything one can play and then they just have to observe the breath.
Of course, you can play anything. Any music from YouTube, anywhere, anything classical, instrumental, or something that is slow and it's not just disturbing, right? Not to, for observing the breath and go down, settle down, any instrumental music, soothing, play it. There are billions of those on the YouTube. Absolutely fine. Any music that you like, connect with is fine.
And for us, like on daily basis, if we have to continue, like this is a 6-week program, and then if we want to do it on a daily basis, then what do we do? Keep playing the same every.
First of all, we're not playing the same every day, right? And so there is so much variance in the music that we play. But yeah, I mean, if you want to change, then you can go and then find something on the YouTube and then play. That's it. Simple. Right? There are many meditation tracks on Buddha Seva channel. There are many meditation musics. More tend to be Indian classical in PMC channels, many of them. And then, of course, YouTube has everything around the world music. So pick what is right to you and then do it. Absolutely no issue. You want guidance, you want right guidance, guided meditation, then you are being consciously choosing, right? What they're saying, what words they're using, is it helping you to grow and whatever. Is it around Ana-Pana-Sati or not? And so then you pick the right guided meditation. If it is not Ana-Pana-Sati, you probably want to avoid it. Because then you'll be learning a different technique, different thing, get confused. So if it is Ana-Pana-Sati, fine, then anyway, the guidance is about how do you connect to it, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi ma'am.
So to continue, we do have these playlists will be there on our Buddha Seva main channel. There are many meditation musics are there. To continue, that's one way, right? If you want these, they're available after the program also. Yes. Next.
Yes, sir. Dekki Premji, could you unmute yourself?
Kuzambo, good morning to sirs and all friends here. I just wanted to share some experiences. I think I was on the mountains till yesterday. I mean, I was trying my best to catch on with the sessions from the altitude, like high, like 4,200 meters, and it was a very joyous moment for me because I was able to be on the mountains and practice the meditation along with you all, with your grace and the blessing. I just wanted to share one thing. So, during this nature retreat, I came across 3 very influential practitioners. They were in the mountains and then they were sharing the experiences which I'm hearing in this session. And one very profound thing happened was I met a nun who is of age 27. She was in the mountains for last 7 years. She has been meditating. She's like all the time moving on the mountains and meditating, and I came across her. And one thing that I would like to share here is like 3 weeks ago, before I joined this meditation, I had a feeling of learning the Buddhist instruments, that spiritual instruments, which I'm not really aware of it. I wanted to learn. There was a craving for it, but from there, I think I didn't know how to start with. And I even approached some monks, and they also didn't give me clear instructions. Then what happened was, when I'm on the mountains, when I met that nun who is 27 years old, we had a conversation, a lot of discussions on the spiritual talks and her experiences, which I could really feel it because I heard in this meditation sharings by Sachandra, and she is also sharing the experiences that she, did on the mountains. And then that evening we had a lot of discussion, and morning she knocked my door and she came to me and she said, she had a dream about me. Then I asked, what was the dream like? And she was saying, you are approaching me requesting to learn that Buddhist kind of instruments. So she said, if you're interested, I'm going to give you the Buddhist instruments. So I was just thinking, like last week only, we talked about the manifestation and, whatever you wish, it comes true. And immediately I had a goosebump and I was thinking, is it that is happening, or is it something that, showing me the path to practice this, Buddhist, that spiritual instruments. So I just wanted to share this beautiful experiences I had on the mountains. So I'm looking forward to have her back here, and she promised that she will get back to me, because she told that she got 2 instruments, one for herself and one she just kept it like that. And I was just thinking, I don't know what's this is so powerful to me. I will really cherish this moment. So I just thought I'll share here. And thank you, sir, because you have opened our eyes, especially mine. Like I am coming, I'm experiencing many things. I don't know. I have a lot of things to share. I have a lot of things to share, but I think I'll just stop it here. Maybe I'll take some other time to share. Thank you so much.
Absolutely wonderful, madam. Keep believing in these, and so then keep powering yourself. We'd like to hear all your experiences. So share the next time when more people are there. Okay. And if you're not getting time, I'll be very happy to listen to you. Take the number and then share. You can call me. But what will be more beneficial is write it down and then post in a WhatsApp group. This is so powerful, whatever you say.
Yes, Prabhima.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share with you one thing now. As I've been regularly meditating. Now, one thing that I notice is, which I think I briefly discussed with you also, that, earlier initially one used to get a lot of visions or whatever. I don't get that now. There is a lot of crying that happens. Okay, there are just tears which are flowing, and it's like I'm getting into the meditation in a very happy mood. It's not like, but there's a lot of tears which are coming out, and especially in the heart elevation process. So, I was just thinking that if I'm sending the good wishes to everyone, yes, there is a very deep feeling of sending the love to everyone and thinking about it, but why are there tears? It's still, the coherence is still happening there. And why is it difficult? Like, you can feel love for everyone, but why is it difficult to not feel love for, say, those 2 people? Why is it not possible? And that makes me feel guilty that, you are not being inclusive.
Emotions have to come out, Subhi madam. These are coming from recent past to childhood past to a past, right? We don't even know what we've gone through. We don't even know. So all of those old memories, and it's very, very common to release. When you go into the deeper layers, then we start releasing. First, it's the immediate past, the conscious mind activity is going off. And then we go into the subconscious, we start clearing those. And we see the natural flow. And if it's happening regularly, consistently, that means you are working on that stage now. So which is fine. You become more and more lighter anyway. We will not know it, but we will know for a period of time.
Yeah.
But this is a process, right? I mean, as we let go of things that we are holding back, any judgment, any guilt that we would have done, said, whatever that is, that feeling of separation, now we become whole. So any feeling of separation from the past, deep from past, if it is carried out, that goes away, let go of it. So many things will go. And so when we are freeing up there, this too also, like with the 2 or 3 or 4 individuals that you know of, they will also slowly happen. We have got to let go, because if you're not able to send love and action, some way, because deeply there is something that is stuck, right? The forgiveness is not complete. You have to forgive. Just keep sending in where you're not able to send love, send forgiveness. Practice forgiveness as much to them. As much to them. Forgiveness. No matter what the present or the past, I'm forgiving. If they know or don't know, I'm forgiving them, because for some reason it becomes so difficult. But it is okay. You keep practicing, there'll be a day where you start embracing every individual, every entity, every plant and tree into yourself. It's going to happen. So then it'll come. It's got to come. If you're able to go there, infinite minus 2, then you're going to go there with 2 also.
And so I'm waiting for the manifestation workshop, online one. Just wanted to ask you one question. There are questions regarding that I'll ask then. So, what happens at times when you're doing the manifestation, there are times when you have that energy, but there are times when you don't have that energy, which we are guided to do, that feel it and, really. So that's fine, right? Because it's not always that one can visualize with that much of energy or...
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. See, it's like this. If you are intensely desiring, then you'll go after it with a certain level of energy. If it's okay, then you'll also be like that too. How passionate are you about it is a question. Then you're able to develop the feeling to think about this. But some days you are just content with what you are right now, right? And so then you say, fine. Say, fine. I mean, it's just taking breaks in our work. It's like that. Take a break and work. But you don't want to cook. You want to just relax. Like that, yeah.
Thank you.
But here's what you want to do though. When you are visualizing, if the feelings are not coming, if the feelings don't come up, 2nd day, 3rd day, 4th day, 5th day, if the feelings are not coming about that mind movie rehearsals, then you got to go back and ask if you are after the right experience. Okay? Because the visualization is a great way to eliminate things that are not important for you. Your mind may be telling you it's important, but your heart cannot lie. It's telling you it's not important. The mind is telling you because it's either influenced through the environment or the limitations of what our understanding is. And so mind is telling you, yes, I need that thing, but your heart cannot lie if consistently you're not able to bring up a feeling about it. Okay, so then that's a time to question and then take courage to drop that experience. It's not necessary anymore. Sometimes we transcend that experience. By visualization itself, it becomes so real that you don't feel the need of it physically happening for you because you just felt it is done. Sometimes it does happen too. You see, there are so many experiences we transcend right in our thought field. It's a very powerful field. In an imagination and dreaming, We visualize of being with somebody and then having that conversation, I don't know, visualize being in a place and then just feel it. And then we are done with that feeling. We don't have to go there. And so we transcend that thing as we meditate, as we visualize. So visualization is one way where, you see, our primary reality is energy field, second reality is the physical field. So in the energy field, if you have sufficient feeling of happiness and joy, then you feel like I'm done, I don't need any more. So that is also the time when, over a period of time, that that experience, that feeling won't come. That means you're done with that experience also. Safely you can give up because it's not going to come back to you again. Okay. It's like exactly physical. I have got these special mangoes. I had one and I had two, a second day, third day, I had third one and a fourth one. After some time, then I don't feel like that thing to have it now. I'm done with it. So realization also giving us that beautiful feeling of experiencing it. So and later, before you experience physically, it is done and we're done with it. It's okay then, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, friends. So thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow. Interact with Dr. Newton. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The duty of the Guru outside you is to make you aware of the Guru within you. That's what Swami Rama said. And you are making us to aware of the Guru within ourselves. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And as Patriji mentioned, the science of meditation is science of friendship. So we gone through today on the masterclass about the relationships, becoming the friendship on the limiting beliefs. We gone through the emotional intelligence. We could able to get that self-awareness, self-expression a lot. Thank you so much for enlightening through your great wisdom, sir. Thank you. Thank you, my dear friends and masters. Let's connect back tomorrow, same time. And have a great day, great evening. And with the Newton sir's tomorrow's meditation and wisdom, we'll all meet. Thank you.
Thank you for being you. Your open arms know how to hold. Your open door welcomes me. Your honesty is something I take comfort in. Showing me the perfect day. You show me love my eyes can't see. Because of you, my life is simply beautiful. So thank you.
These are important conversations. So people like Sridhar, Ranjana ji, and all of you there right now, senior masters, should open up and share your experience about self-expression, I don't know, awareness. That's what adds to the beauty of it. So please feel free to raise a hand to share, not only ask a question, right? And even that comes to you, how beautifully you handle, because this self-expression developed at your workplace, at home. So why would you not share it? I want you to all, when senior people are there with so much of experience, next time please raise and then definitely share your specific events that will help. Thank you all. Bye. Yes.